So today what we're going to do is we're going to create a watercolor color wheel using a triangle. So here is our watercolor set. We're going to go ahead and trace the triangle and make the top of the triangle touch the top of the paper and the bottom of the triangle touch the bottom of the paper. So it's an equilateral triangle, so it's equal on all sides. So you're creating this triangle. So using the sides of the triangle, you're going to connect each corner. So that should be about 6 sections. Okay, next you're going to go over it with a crayon. It doesn't matter what color of crayon, and this is to help your watercolor stay in the area that it's supposed to be in. Go over all of the lines that you made with the pencil. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start with the primary colors. The primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. I always start with yellow when I'm creating a primary color because it makes the brush easier. I mean, it's more likely that the brush will be clean, and for yellow, if the brush is dirty, as you know, it can get a little bit contaminated. So I'm going to not only paint the triangle that's sticking out the top, but I'm going to paint the triangle that's a little bit on the inside that touches it. So it's going to be like a parallelogram. Now I'm going to skip one and I'm going to go ahead and use the process red, which is looks very dark on the very first part, and I'm going to mix it with the orange. Now this is really crazy because usually you're talking about red being a primary color and that you cannot mix red, but in this set there is a way to make primary red by mixing the orangey looking red with the process red, and that will make a more true red. The next thing you're going to do is skip a space and you're going to make the blue. So you can just do the regular kind of like light color blue, or you can mix it with the kind of purpley blue and it will make a true blue. So now you have the 3 primary colors. What you're going to do next is you're going to start mixing those 2 primary colors to create a secondary color. The secondary colors are a mixture of yellow and red. So you're going to go ahead and do that, and you can see from the video that it makes an orange. Now if you get too watery and your watercolors, it gets too watery, just take a little tissue and touch it to the watercolor. Don't press real hard, but you're going to take up excess water. Now what I'm doing here is I'm mixing the red and blue. I'm just going to use the process red and the lighter colored blue, and then we're going to go ahead and make a purple. Now we're going to mix yellow and the blue to create the next secondary color, and it's called green. So the secondary colors are green, orange, and purple. Now on the middle part, I'm going to add a little bit of black to each color. They should still be pretty dry. As you can see, I really like to mix the colors on the paper. I really don't like to mix them on the palette that's provided with you with your watercolor set. So I'm just taking a teensy bit of black and just doing the inside, so you'll get like a shade or a darker hue of each of your colors, and it can change the colors quite a bit. I'm just showing you a little bit how you can work with these watercolors. When you're done with that, make sure that it's not too wet and that it doesn't slip into each other. So there is your watercolor wheel. Oops, it's slipping, so I